Hey everybody, this is E.Sanborne, and I made up this little video in order to welcome you to the online community psychology course. Well, before I go on, click the little gear just below this video on the right side to view in HD, so then you can clearly read the text that's going to be on the screen. Nothing in this video is going to be new information, by the way. Everything you need is already available in the course. I'm only highlighting here as a way of introduction, and I thought I'd also like to say hello. Alright, let's take a look. I will start here on the Blackboard login screen, and I'm going to log in with a demo student account. So this is what you should see when you enter the community psychology course for the first time. Each link in the center of the page is called a learning module, and the Start Here module is a great place to start. Here we are in the Start Here module, and you'll see a list of topics down the center. You should read these closely when you first begin the course. I want to take a quick look at the topic of graded posts, which comprise your weekly work in the course. Be sure to read this with some attention. The highlights are that graded posts in this course are due by 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Some courses do have work that's due at other times, and our work is due at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. With electronic submissions, there's no degrees of being a little bit late or too much late. Work is just due when it's due. I do suggest not waiting until the last minute to realize, your computer's not connected to the internet or some other little last minute problem comes up. You do have a week to complete your weekly work, so submitting when it's due really shouldn't be a problem. I have highlighted in yellow here some key points in terms of grading for the weekly graded posts. You need to reference specific topics from the textbook in each graded post. I don't mean to quote the book necessarily, but to reference terms and ideas from the assigned reading. A lot of the topics in this course are chosen at your discretion, based on your personal interests and background, and you just need to be sure to connect it to course content to earn the highest grades. The other highlighted explanation here refers to grading in the course overall. I set it up so all the grades earned in the course just add up to a maximum of 100 points. For example, each weekly graded post is graded out of a possible 2.5 points. Because I consider a final grade of 93% the cutoff for a grade of A, then a grade of 2.33 is a straight A. If you were to get a 2.33 on every weekly graded post and a 23.3 on the papers, you would have a 4.0 A for a final course grade. You see, because the gradebook reports it and it looks like 2.33 out of 2.5 points. That's how it writes it. But that doesn't mean there's something lacking in your work or you didn't finish it. And I hope that makes sense. Ask any questions if you have them. At the bottom of learning modules is a link to a discussion board where you need to write something. In the Start Here module here, you need to post an introduction. And this is required because you need to post what community of reference you have for this semester. Similarly, in the Week 1 learning module, you're going to find all the topics down the middle, which include the Week 1 graded post assignment. And at the bottom is a link to discussion boards where you need to write some things. On your first one here, you post your graded post for the week. There is another discussion board in Week 1 that requires attention. The first major assignment in the course is the community meeting paper. Attending a community meeting and interviewing someone in a position of leadership meets an essential course requirement. I give you as much freedom as I can in choosing the meeting you want to attend. You'll find a lecture topic in the Start Here module called Ideas for Choosing a Community Meeting. And then when you have a meeting to propose, you will post it on that board. I do have to approve your choice, and my decision to approve is solely based on whether the meeting you want to attend can meet the course requirements. If it does, it's approved. This community meeting stuff is in Week 1 because a lot of organizations just meet monthly. This major course assignment is due midway through the semester, which in a 10-week course like we are is at the end of Week 5. This is why you have to find something right away, so that you can find something you want. The longer you wait, the fewer viable options you are leaving for yourself. In addition to the ideas I've written out in the Start Here module, you can visit the Community Psychology Facebook page to see some photos taken by former students and the community meeting interviews they chose to do. It's at facebook.com/communitypsychology, and you don't have to have a Facebook account to view all the photos. You really can choose any community meeting that can meet the course requirements. Ideally, you choose something for yourself that aligns with both your personal interests and your schedule. Be sure to read the captions under the photos to find out who all these people are. And people take this course for a variety of reasons. For some, it meets a requirement for their major. For others, this is just filling an elective slot. And for no matter what reason, we're all in this class together. I do hope it can be an enjoyable experience for you to learn about some things in your communities that matter to you personally. All right, I know I just talked through a lot of information real quick, and I wanted to give you some highlights rather than just, having you log in and read the things. My most important piece of advice, really, and I hope you can benefit from this, is to not procrastinate in this course. Last minute crisis emails unfortunately do not change due dates for papers. Honestly, you might be able to get away with procrastinating on weekly graded posts. Some people can do that, but that is nearly impossible to pull off for the papers in this course because they require planning and scheduling. The good news is that I have taught community psychology since 2004 in over 1,000 students both on campus and online, and from their feedback I can assure you that if you stay on pace with this accelerated 10-week course, you're going to do your best. I also will include little weekly reminders of where you should be with the coursework, which hopefully helps you with that pacing, and you will do well. On that note, I will conclude, and I look forward to going through community psychology with you all.